Hi, and welcome to the Restaurant Show. I'm your host, Jessa Jeremiah. We have a fantastic show for you today. Can't wait. If you like Italian food, you don't have to fly to Naples. You just got to go downtown Madison to Naples 15. He is preparing some excellent dishes you won't want to miss. We're also headed out to Wanakee. We're checking out a great spot for barbecue. It's Smoke BBQ. It's your guide to the best restaurants in town, so you can skip the rest and enjoy the best. We'll tell you where to go coming up on the Restaurant Show. Hello and welcome back to the Restaurant Show. If you want some authentic Italian cuisine, you don't have to go to Italy, you just gotta go downtown Madison because Naples 15 has the best food, I'm telling you. This is Salvatori Descala, owner of Naples 15.
Buongiorno.
Thank you for being here.
Absolutely, it's my pleasure always. Thank you for letting me showing these three dishes we're gonna introduce today.
Yes, and your cooking is absolutely amazing.
Thank you so much.
And we're going to give you a little sample today of what you can get at the restaurant. And everything about Naples 15 is authentic and really has a rich history and story behind it.
Yes, like these three dishes we're going to introduce tonight. For example, this the first one is going to be the manfredi caricotta.
I love how you say it. Manfredi caricotta. I've been practicing, but it still doesn't sound that good.
Means the pasta with ricotta. It's a simple dish made with with the ragu sauce or without the ragu sauce. Just with a simple dish. And this moment we're going to use the
now ragu sauce. I want to make sure that's meat, right?
The ragu sauce is meat sauce.
Okay.
But in this case, we're going to use we're going to use it just like a regular sauce: basil, fresh ricotta, and parmigiano. So this pasta is a big history behind of this pasta. And there's actually a legend which is. And by the way, the pasta is from Gerardo Di Nola. This pastificio built 200 years ago.
And Gerardo Di Nola is in
Naples.
Naples,
Italy.
And so all the pasta that you get in Naples 15 is brought in from Naples.
And from Leone Food Export, which is the company which bring the pasta from Italy. Which I say thank you so much.
Yeah, so Leone is the name that imports.
And Giovanni Assante is the owner back home in Italy for this pasta. And so we try to make this beautiful dish tonight.
So go ahead and start cooking for us, and I'll kind of help tell this story while you do that. Sure. But tell us what you're putting in.
Just like a fresh olive oil.
Okay.
Just like olive oil. And
perfect. And now this dish, you mentioned before we started, historically was sort of a rich dish, right?
Yes.
And the history behind it, the short history, is really that this turned into a party dish. So much loved by Neapolitans, it became the plate of the party. And so I find that interesting because although it initially was for the rich, there's really very few ingredients. So it's interesting that it became a high-end dish.
Yeah, because it was made, like the legend, from the king of Svezia, for Sweden. Mm-hmm. And the other word is very simple dish without tomato.
Right. So you can do with or without.
This particular tomato, that's called a paccatelle. Is Gerardo Di Nola again. It's wonderful tomatoes. Mm-hmm. It's got a little sweet and wonderful density. That's the tomato.
All of this brought in, like he mentioned, from Naples and from Italy, and really incredible ingredients. So fresh ricotta, Marzano tomatoes, like he mentioned, and with or without meat.
Yes, that's the San Marzano is over here.
Yes. We've got it all on the table here, but this is the tomatoes that come. And I want to mention too, since we got so many things on the table, this is the menu from Naples 15. An incredible menu, really a huge selection of items. And the cover here, the whole menu really has a story, but the cover, incredibly, has the 15 people that made Naples, Italy famous. And you'll see if you look closely or know what you're looking for that Salvatori's parents are on here in the center. So an incredible story there, yes. Another story that you'll find inside of the menu is really the story of the Neapolitan pizza. And that's a good one as well.
From the Queen Margherita, which is this one.
Yes.
And the Queen Margherita, that's the three color of the flag of Italy. The mozzarella is the white and the green for the basil and the red for the tomato. And the oven we have is from my dear friend, one of the best oven maker in the world. His name is Stefano Ferrara, which I say hi to him, and I love him, you know. And so that's the story about Naples for the pizza.
And just a couple minutes left. Can I tell the history of the manzu?
Sure.
So there's so many stories here. I'll have you finish up. And one of my favorites that Sal has shared with me over the years is the history of the manzu. And I encourage you to look up the story because it's incredible. But the restaurant really was built upon the tradition of the manzu, which is kind of a combination of being a chef, but also an artist.
That's right.
And it's a really beautiful history and story.
The King of Naples was married with the Carolina d'Austria, and to please his wife, you know, and he sent all the chefs to France because the sister of Carolina d'Austria was Maria e Antoinette. So
maybe
really
a name you've
French,
heard of before.
Was really French, you know,
right.
really French things.
So here's the ricotta going in.
The king was not stand anymore to use, you know, to cook in the French way, and he sent all the chefs to France from Naples. So when the chef came back from Naples, the name of the chef was Monsieur, and that was made for pleasing the wife and to please the king. And everybody was happy.
I love that story. While Sal is finishing the pasta dish, which I'll try and pronounce one more time before we go. Manfredi Garrigot. Which Garrigot really means just with ricotta cheese. Now, this dish, knocking over the whole presentation, this dish is just essentially a salad. And one of the things I love about your food, Sal, is it's really simple dishes.
Oh, that's very simple.
Simple ingredients, real food, so just really easy ingredients. As you can see, the mozzarella cheese, the fresh tomatoes, little salt, little pepper, really good stuff, so incredible.
So as a king dish, we're going to serve in this beautiful plate.
Perfect.
Over Beatrice Umare.
And we have just a minute left, but I want to make sure we get this plated.
This is nice.
And head to Naples 15, skip the trip to Italy. You can just head downtown. Salvatori, you'll find there frequently and in the kitchen working his masterpiece. We do have a couple more dishes we're going to showcase for you, but we're going to do that after the break, so please stick with us for the restaurant show. Thanks. Stick with us after the break because Naples 15 returns with 2 more fabulous, authentic Italian dishes. Welcome back to the restaurant show. Thanks for sticking with us. If you were with us just a moment ago, we had already checked in with Salvatore Di Scala of Naples 15. He made an absolutely incredible dish for us, Manfredi Garrigot. I think I'm getting better at that. And of course, we showed off an awesome caprese salad with some very simple, fresh, delicious ingredients. There's a couple other dishes we're going to do, and in case you are just joining us or haven't been to Naples 15 yet, incredible atmosphere, food, and all really authentic Italian. One of the things we were talking about before we went to break is how all of these ingredients are brought in straight from Italy to make all these incredible dishes that we have here today. And Sal is going to showcase 2 of these dishes in this segment. What are you making for us today?
I'm going to make 2 of the most popular dishes in Napoli, which I grew up with. And one is the gnocchi alla sorrentina. Of course, it's a potato dumpling.
Yes.
Made with, we're going to use this kind of sauce with this pacchedelle.
Okay.
This tomato from Gerardo Di Nola. Unbelievable.
Gerardo Di Nola.
Okay. Make this wonderful, wonderful tomato. And then we're going to do basil, mozzarella, a little Parmigiano cheese, and fresh basil.
Great fresh ingredients.
And then also the next dish is going to be the mezzi paccheri. We have a paccheri and mezzi paccheri. The mezzi paccheri is from Gerardo Di Nola. It's like a F shape of a paccheri. And we're going to use this mezzi paccheri lardiati. Lardiati is the story of, it's a big history on the back, but it's a very simple dish. It's very delicious. It's just a little garlic.
And the simplicity of the dishes is one of my favorites. So lardiati basically is, in Neapolitan, lard paste is kind of the background story. And it's a typical recipe in Naples, but essentially it's the main ingredient for lard, hence the name. So it's got lots of taste. This dish has lots of color, lots of flavor, and done with many different types of pastas, right? Or
Absolutely.
yeah. So what are we doing today? Okay, so we just got finished pouring the second type of tomatoes.
Yes, this one is half of the tomato paccarello, like I say. And the other one is a cherry tomato. Both tomatoes are a delicious taste. And again, very simple ingredient.
Yeah,
The olive
absolutely.
oil, garlic, and pancetta. The pancetta can be guanciale or lardo. It's very, very tasty. But then we're going to use a little bit of a pecorino cheese.
Delicious. We love some good cheese in there. Some really fresh, delicious cheese. While Sal is cooking that dish up,
Then,
I know there's a second dish we're doing too.
yes, absolutely.
I'm gonna
this
try
one-
and
This one is the mezzi paccheri.
Okay,
This
perfect.
We're going to use mezzi paccheri of Gerardo Di Nola.
mezzi paccheri.
Mezzi paccheri is just half of the
Paccheri, I can't say
paccheri like we usually use. This one is an unbelievable dish
Delicious.
because it reminded me my infancia, when I was in my childhood.
Sure.
Of Naples. When we used to have this.
This is a frequent one for you.
And for the cantina. So this one is the second dish.
Okay.
We're going to use
The gnocchi alla sorrentina.
And we use a little more sauce because you like the sauce.
We do like the sauce. And I want to talk a little bit about, we've got just a couple minutes left for you to cook that dish.
Sure.
I want to make sure we talk about something that's really special. I learned about this a while back, and it's a really impressive, what would you call Vera Pizza, an association?
The Vera Pizza Napoletana was made 30 years ago with Antonio Pace, which made this pizza. And
it's all about an
United
authentic
States,
way of cooking
yes, and the United States
a Neapolitan
is,
pizza.
Pepe Miele, which made us, all the pizzeria from America, made this wonderful, wonderful joy, and to be part of this great association. Matter of fact, it's a book which I want to present.
This one.
It's the book of the Vera Pizza Napoletana,
Is this it?
which she said four wonderful meanings: flour, water, yeast, salt, and passion.
Passion. I love that part.
That's beautiful. And the book is showing a little bit about the pizza and the story about the pizza, which is wonderful, which I recommend to buy if you can find. And that is all the pizzaioli from Napoli
That's incredible.
and all over the world.
And
This one.
this is a very limited group of folks. I want to make sure you finish cooking. I'll try and
I
do
wanna
your
say-
justice and
I
tell the
wanna
rest
say
of the
a word,
story.
to my dear friend, we have a wonderful pizzeria also, just been certified. It's called Pizzeria San Giorgio.
Oh,
which
okay.
is in Milwaukee. It's the only pizzeria made with the Vera Pizza Napoletana.
Wow. And I think there's only one here in Madison,
one in
which
Madison.
is Salvatori, of course, at Naples 15. And throughout the world, things are flying over here.
If you look at this mezzi paccheri, the combination of the ricotta, I mean, with the tomato and pecorino and fresh basil like guanciale, it's out of this world.
Awesome.
And the
Okay.
fresh basil to the rest.
So the
This one is lardiati.
lardiati is ready, and we got just a minute left before we got to head to break. So let's get the gnocchi alla sorrentina. I think my pronunciations are getting better.
Lardiati is here.
I'm learning. Beautiful. Oh, look at that dish. Fantastic.
Then we're gonna do gnocchi sorrentina.
Look at all those fresh tomatoes. Incredible.
That's potato dumpling made in Sorrento. I mean, Sorrentina because the fior di latte is from Sorrento. And instead of the mozzarella, I'm using fior di latte. So this dish is also like a simple dish, but out of this world for flavor.
Incredible.
Veramente magnifico. Con un po' di pecorino.
Oh,
E
look at
anche
that
questo è
dish.
fatto.
That's gorgeous. Beautiful dish.
Now we're going to do this. A little bit parmigiano.
Move this over for you.
Parmigiano. Thank you so much, Jessie.
You are welcome, and
We're gonna
smells
leave it
amazing.
with the basil, fresh. L'importante, gli ingredienti devono essere come l'amicizia, buoni. You know, the ingredient must be like a friendship, fresh and loyal.
Oh, love that. Beautiful.
In this dish, you cannot make a mistake. Un po' di mozzarella.
Perfectly fresh. I don't know how you decide what to order when you jump into
and
Naples.
I do a little bit of anche un po' di fresh ricotta, if you don't mind.
Perfect.
Just a little bit. That's my touch.
There you go.
Poi the gnocchi. Pochi sal.
A little more cheese,
And
sprinkle in.
Pochi pepe, little pepper, little salt.
Pepper and salt.
And then we're going to put the gnocchi inside.
Oh, you go that way.
They're
Okay.
already made.
That goes in.
That goes in.
Perfect.
It's going to be ready in 1 second.
Stir it up.
This dish, gnocchi alla sorrentina.
Gnocchi alla sorrentina. That one I think I've got down. Wonderful. Smells incredible.
Maybe a little more like this we can share. Okay, that's the plate.
Beautiful. Always worth the wait. Such incredible dishes. Again, Naples 15 is downtown, and an incredible experience, incredible food. Salvatori is incredible.
It's always
Chef,
nice to come here.
thank you
guys
for
are
being with us.
wonderful, and it's always a pleasure.
Yes, thank you for being with us. We'll
It's
be back.
always a pleasure, and
right
thank you so much.
after
E
the
buon
break.
appetito. E forza Napoli. Grazie.
Things are smoking here today on the restaurant show because we are at Blown Smoke BBQ in Wanakee, and we're joined by owner and head barbecue master Robert Bishop. How are you?
Justin, how are you doing? Good.
Great, great. All right, so obviously we're going to talk a little bit about meat today.
Yes.
So what are we doing? What's
This is
the
beef
plan?
brisket.
Okay, this is beef brisket.
This is
Okay.
the whole beef brisket.
Okay. And I apologize for my ignorance, but what part of the cow does the beef
It's
brisket?
like on the chest plate.
So this is the chest plate.
Yeah.
Okay, good to know.
Very tough. It used to be just considered trash.
Yeah,
I mean, just you couldn't do much with it. Then barbecue people started cooking it forever,
yeah.
realizing, oh my God, it's tender and juicy and good. So,
Yeah.
and of course, then they raised the price a little bit. But
Of course, yeah.
but a lot of times you'll get, like in the grocery store, you'll just see the flat, which is this end down here.
Sure.
It's a lot leaner.
Uh-huh.
Up here to the point, you'll get a kind of a cross grain going.
Okay.
Two grains kind of come together.
Okay.
It's a little fattier, but this is perfect for like beef dinners and burnt ends.
Okay.
I trim off a lot of that fat on the outside, but there's still plenty of marble on the inside there that
Okay.
you can cook it forever and it's not going to dry out on you.
Yeah,
This
yeah.
you can only go about 7 to 8 hours on the flat.
Okay.
Leave a nice little fat cap on the top that kind of soaks through the meat as
Sure.
it's cooking.
Yeah.
But what I do is I like to cut this end off, since they do have to go a little less time.
Okay.
I like to put these little higher on the rack on the smoker
Yeah.
and just
Okay.
get nice.
Okay. Very good. Very
And
good.
this is the part we'll use for burnt ends.
Yeah. Let's make sure that we get a nice shot of that cross section there.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yep.
So this is the part you use for burn ends.
Yep.
Okay.
That'll be a beautiful burnt end piece right there.
Okay.
You see that marble inside there?
Yeah.
Most of that'll still cook down. You just have a little dab of juiciness in there.
Okay.
What's left over.
Okay.
And then this will be, some of this will be little burnt ends. This part down here on the end.
Okay.
I like to use this part for slicing for beef dinners.
Sure. Okay.
You know, about 3/8 of an inch thick.
All right.
Nice and juicy.
Very nice. Very nice.
So I'll go ahead and rub this up a little bit.
Okay. And do you use the same rub for like pork and beef?
No,
it kind of
my rubs are just a little bit different.
Okay.
The beef rub has a little more pepper.
Sure.
Pork rub a little more salt.
Okay.
Rib rub has no salt because they're thin. You don't
Right.
want to over salty those.
True. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I go pretty heavy on the rub because it's a big thick hunk of meat.
Yeah. Yeah.
Little sprinkles just not going to quite cut it.
Quite, yeah, absolutely. Now, we've talked a little bit in previous shows about how much how long you smoke your meat, like your ribs and so forth,
Right.
and it's like 8 hours. Is
Oh, yeah.
this different? Is this about the same amount of time?
No, these will go about at least 12 hours.
Wow,
These
at
will go
least
about
12.
8 to 9, but these and the burn ends 12 hours, maybe 14. Just depends on how they're going.
I have to imagine there's just so much planning involved in this, because if somebody suddenly says, I want 15, 20, 30, 50 beef dinners, I mean, it's hard for you to kind of prepare for that in one day. You have to know ahead of time how much you got to smoke.
You can't really do it suddenly for that big amount, you know.
Right.
A day ahead, no problem.
Right.
I like to get the meat in, rub it, let it marinate for one day, smoke it the next.
Okay.
And then let it cool out, and then we're ready to, you know, prepare it for a catering or something like that.
Sure. Okay. So you get your meat daily, pretty much.
Just about every other day or so.
Wow. Wow. All right.
So
Very
we
good.
go through a lot of meat.
Okay.
But the worst thing about these is a lot of fat on them you got to trim off, so you're going to lose about 20% just trimming her down. Then
No
it's got to
kidding.
cook down
Yeah.
quite a bit, you know.
Right.
You end up with burnt ends.
Look at that.
You know.
Burnt ends.
This is a good chunk of meat at first, but
And now, is that something, you know, I've never heard of burnt ends other than here at
Right.
Blown Smoke. Is that a Kansas City thing? Is that a pretty,
I think
is that a big deal?
Originated in Texas, actually. 'Cause
Really?
they're
Okay.
beef people.
Okay.
But once you try a burnt end, you'll never forget. I mean,
Sure,
we
yeah.
call it here on the menu, we call it beef candy.
Beef candy.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to try some beef candy
Okay.
here in a moment. And so you guys do some catering. It's always important for us to remind our viewers of that. And best time or best way to get a hold of you would just be phone call or email,
Yep,
right?
yep.
And you know, and you do tastings as well, as we have found
If you have
out.
a wedding coming up or something, come on in, we'll do a tasting. We'll give you a sample platter of all
Sure.
of our meats and some sides.
Yeah.
We'll sit around, chit chat, see what you want to do and
Sure.
what you like. And we do all kinds of appetizers, past plates and
Sure.
stuff.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
We offer bartenders and servers.
I think that's really cool to know is that you not only just bring the food there, but you actually have people that will serve it to the guests. So that's awesome. That's
And most
awesome.
weddings will have servers there. You know, it includes setting up the buffet, make sure
Sure.
it's wiped down, and
Right.
a lot of people like to walk through their beers and a little
Yeah.
messy, but we
Yeah.
keep her cleaned up,
Yeah.
and then we package all the leftovers
Right.
for later because you always want
Sure.
something to nibble on a few hours after drinking. You know,
Of course, of course.
So-
Got to soak up that alcohol, right?
you're gonna have to
Look
try
at how
one.
juicy
You're gonna
that
have to
is.
Try one of these. So.
Look at how juicy that is. Unbelievable. My goodness. All right, here we go.
Sauce, we like to do a little dipping.
Yeah, I'm going to definitely dip. And this is the original sauce
The
right
original
here?
sauce, yeah.
Okay.
We have 3 sauces: original, spicy, and extra spicy. Extra spicy, a lot of people say is not even that bad, but to me it kills everything I know and love. Just as juicy as could be, aren't they?
Stop it. Stop it.
Get you a nice little crust on the outside.
If you're eating barbecue right now, you're eating it in the wrong place. You should be here at Blown Smoke Barbecue. This is amazing. Oh my God. It really literally melts in my mouth.
Now, a couple of months ago, we started doing, we had a big, a lot of people asking for burnt ends. We usually do those for dinners. We decided on Fridays we're going to do burnt ends and fries as a lunch special.
Okay.
So you can get burnt ends all day on Friday.
Okay.
Friday night we do burnt ends with 4 bones and fries
Sure.
as a special. So
Okay.
yeah,
All right.
Friday's your burnt end day.
Let's make sure that we get a nice shot of this because all of your meals come with 2 sides.
Side, yep.
We want to make sure that we get that. Yeah, and it's the potato salad is delicious, the coleslaw is delicious, and this is really, I mean, if you're coming here, you're getting award-winning barbecue. You've won over 200 awards,
Right.
multiple. You have years and years of experience, starting since from age 10, right?
Yeah, you know, backyard stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
That's the practice years.
That's part of the culture in
Yeah,
Kansas
yeah.
City. Yeah, well, very cool. We're so glad you are a treasure here in Wisconsin,
Well, thank you. I
Robert.
appreciate
So
it.
yes, thank you so
My
much for
pleasure.
having us. Blown Smoke Barbecue here in Wanakee, world's best barbecue. Come on down to believe it, and we'll be right back with more Restaurant Show coming up after the break. So stick around.
Thank you so much for joining us for all these great local restaurants. I had fun hanging out with you today. I'm Jessica Jeremiah, reminding you that life is too short to eat average.